Hi, and how are you all doing? I hope you're all well and you're enjoying this beautiful weather. I'm going to give you a gardener's warm-up today because I know a lot of you have been out in your garden doing a lot of work out there. So we're going to start off with some mobility. We're going to start off with some shoulder rolls. So just rolling the shoulders back, loosening around the shoulder joints, and either staying with this if this feels good with you or moving into some arm circles. Reaching up, out to the side, single arms or both arms, and you could add in a balance if you wish, coming up onto the toes, keeping the breath flowing. Last one here, and let's move into some loose twists. So step those feet wider than hip distance, turning the toes out, soften around your knees, and let's start to rotate through the torso, turning your pelvis, your rib cage, your chest, your shoulders, arms relaxed and floppy, loosening off through the torso, and then come back to center. Bring those feet back to hip distance, standing really tall. Let's move into some side bends. You could keep the arms by the side of the body if that feels best with you. Otherwise, reach up and over. Keep those abdominals drawing in to keep your spine supported. And we could take both arms up if you wish. And you could ease the hips in the opposite direction to bring you into a deeper side bend. Draw the hips back in first before the rest of the body stacks on top. And from here we could add in some rotation as well. So coming into your side bend, draw your abdominals in, turn that top shoulder towards the floor and stretch out through the length of your top arm. And then come on up to center, over to the other side. Draw the abdominals in, turn that top shoulder towards the floor. Feel that lovely stretch into the side of your lower back, into your hip. One more on either side. And last one here. And we could lead in to some circling through the torso. So I'm just going to show you from sideways on. Bending the knees, almost as though you're coming into a squat. Rounding through the spine, elevating through the pelvic floor, circling around, and then come on up to center. Just release through your shoulders, and let's mobilize through the hips. So a couple of options with your hips to start with. We're just going to bring one foot forward and rotate inwardly and outwardly at the hip socket, or we could lift off and circle round. And again, 3 or 4 circles in either direction, just loosening off around the hip. And then changing sides when you're ready. And then last option, into your circles. And then again, 3 or 4 in either direction. And then we're going to come into some leg swings, everybody, into some hamstring curls as well. So you might feel that you need to hold on to something, possibly. Just make sure you're standing on an even surface, that the ground is even. And so we're going to bring one leg forward and then just swing the leg back into a hamstring curl. That's it, spreading out the toes of your standing leg so you feel nice and stable. Changing sides. So bringing your leg forward and back. Trying to keep your balance. Last one. And releasing down. Okay, we're going to come into a few lunges now to really warm up the legs, which will help if you're doing things like digging. So bringing one foot forward, the other foot back. Check that your feet are hip distance, as though you're standing on double yellow lines, not as though you're on a tightrope. So check those feet are still hip distance. And we're bringing the legs into a triangle shape, keeping the upper body upright. Slide the shoulder blades down the back and draw your abdominals in as you bend both knees equally. Bending both knees evenly, checking that your front knee is above your ankle. Drawing those abdominals in. And we could add in a twist with this. So we could take the arms in the opposite direction to the front leg and then bring the arms across the midline of the body. So reaching across, twisting, feeling that you've got a very stable base through your legs. Legs are strong. And with each lunge, with each twist, you're drawing the abdominals in. Last one here. And changing sides. So bringing the other leg forward. Again, checking the feet to hip distance. And again, just starting off with your lunges. Drawing the abdominals in as you come into your lunge. So the legs are really mobilizing, the legs are really warming up. Thigh muscles working, buttock muscles working. And again, we could add in a twist with that. So again, drawing your abdominals in as you come into that twist. Staying strong through the legs. A couple more of these. Last one here. And then come on back up. And hopefully you feel nice and warm and ready to get started with your gardening. Thank you.